What's up, guys? It's Jules. Thanks for coming back for another weekly update with cross-stitch. I'm wearing another t-shirt today. This is one of my favorites. The best days are spent cross-stitching. Oh, so it is very cold outside right now. It snowed like 4 inches. Yesterday was a complete mess for a little while. It's supposed to snow more tonight. It's awesome. So awesome. I can't wait to be off tomorrow and just kind of snuggle in and get some stitching done, as well as a lot of other things. And it's going to be fun. So I'm a little tired because this is like pretty early in the morning. I'm doing this video. I was like, I had the time. I'm like, I'll go ahead and do it. But I'm going to look sleepy. All right. So I'm going to do my update a little bit differently today. Primarily because if I don't do it like in the order the last week went, I think my brain is just not going to work. So let's just kind of figure out what happened. So as you guys know, if you follow last week, my husband and I were celebrating the fourth anniversary of our first date. And so we went up to Estus Park. So the Thursday, so the day that the video was released, first thing we did on our trip was basically stop by a stitching shop, because I had requested, I'd emailed them and I said, listen guys, I need some Aida for some new projects. Is there any way that you can get it done for me by Thursday morning? Because I am, I'm needing to start more projects. And indeed they got it done, despite the fact that it was a lot of fabric. And so I'm super happy, because now that means I get to start something new. Because I don't have anything else to do, right? So anyway, the funny thing is that I actually don't know for sure which project goes with each Aida just yet. I had it written down. It's downstairs. I'm not going to go down and get it right now because honestly I'm not really sure where it is. But let me just look here. So pretty much all it is just basic white Aida. And it always comes serged. It always comes with this nice little plastic bag, which I like because I use it for other things. This one is my 14 count, which is probably the Thames. And so it's probably right up here. And it's 42 by 28. Sounds about right, maybe? I'll find out for sure. I'll find out for sure. Not starting until I know for sure. But anyway, so I got that. I also got another, this one's the 16 count. This one maybe? Or this one. So the fabric is going to go for the Thames, the Space Traveler, and the Honeybee Portrait. I'm trying to remember exactly which one. But anyway, so I got some 16 count here, and then I got some 18 count here. So I'll bet you the 18 count is Space Traveler, because they had actually recommended like a 25, maybe not recommended, but gave dimensions in a 25 count. And I'm like, yeah, that's too small for me. And so, wow, 34 inches by 45 inches. That's a lot. That's a lot. I used to get questions. People would ask me, why do I do such big projects? Or rather, why do I do projects on fabric that end up being so large when I could do them on smaller fabric? It boils down to what I enjoy stitching on. Anything above 18 is a little bit more difficult for me. I mean, I've got the glasses and everything, and I did finally buy a pair of readers. And you guys are totally right. It's so much easier. It's one of those things where, it's just what I like to do. So I don't care about wall size and everything. It's going to take forever to get all these done anyway. So it's not like I got a clear space right now. I don't have to clear space right now. But anyway, so I picked up that stuff. Also picked up, no, that's all I picked up there. So then we scooted on up into Estes Park, and it was funny. We had more snow down in Denver than they had up in Estes Park, which I found pretty strange, because it's like, I don't know, it's like 8,000, 9,000 feet or something up there. I can't remember, but it snowed the first night we were there, just a little bit, not bad. Very windy the whole time we were up there. Birds! I have them covered. I don't want them to talk. But anyway, so I lost my train of thought. So anyways, we have a really nice weekend. And I ended up cross-stitching for almost the entire time I was up there. So there are some things that got considerable attention. In the end, I might have brought up a couple more if I realized I was going to stitch that much. But anyway, so let's get to the stitching. Let me show you some stuff that I got done. Let's see here. Now, okay, I showed you guys that last time. So I did some more work on, and I don't have the picture up here, of the blended project Tower of Babel. So I got a little bit more done on it. This was probably the one that I spent the least amount of time on up in Estes. But I just got some more progress made, and it's really pretty. And it's just all sky. Like, there's a whole expanse of sky in the beginning. And so this is just easy. A lot of, at least for this project, it seems like, at least when you're talking about the sky going across, it's just a lot fewer colors, a lot fewer changes of floss. So this could go fairly quickly to get like a bigger amount done versus the City from Greenwich Village, which I actually have right here, which there is a ton of color changes here, and it just goes slower. It just goes slower, but I do need to just get going with that. So, got that done. I forgot to show you guys Stormtrooper last week, and I had done some decent progress on it, so I wanted to show you. Is that right? There it is. Hold on, I gotta look at it here. There we go. Alright, so I got that done. I'm getting there. I'm about halfway through page 2. So I kind of wanted to make a little bit more progress, so I just started coming down here with the darker stuff and filling it all in. It's a little easier stitching further down. This confetti stuff is killing me, but I just got to finish it up. And once I get that done, man, I think progress is going to go a lot faster. So I just really need to push through and just hop right through that. Let's see. I'm going to show Waterloo last because that was the one I got the most stitching done on. I got some Reaper done. I moved my hoop, but I'm not taking it out right now. And so, but there it is. So primarily, let me look at this. I moved the hoop, so it's going to be a little bit different. This is actually the very end of the project over here. So I actually filled in a bunch of stuff over here, and then I came over here and I filled in a bunch of stuff, and then all this stuff up here. So I got a lot more done, but there's a lot more still to go. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. So I had a color that I was missing, and I'll tell you about that when I'm done, because there's some more stuff that we discovered in Estes that I want to talk about, and some of it's stitching related. So, got the Reaper. Oh yeah, Chicago Bears was my starter project, and right now it's just railroading this 900 color all the way across. Now this is, I think, roughly about halfway, maybe halfway here, and so I'm not sure. Maybe, I mean, it looks like it should be like this is halfway, but I don't know 100%. But anyway, so I got a lot of stitching done on that. It may not look like it, but I probably got about 400 stitches on that while I was gone. So I'm happy. It doesn't look like anything, but it's all right. It's all right. All right, and then I also worked on some Old World Map 2. And so I came back in and I've been filling in a lot of the older stuff all through here, and then I just basically started working my way down. This definitely works, going a vertical row here or a column, either one if you want to say that. But this is definitely working out, because sometimes what I can do is if I'm stitching certain colors and I realize I need them, over here somewhere, I just pull it over and just do that. So it's coming along, and I like the look of it, but I still need, obviously to fill in some more over here, and that's happening, obviously, as this is going on. So, again, I want to jump ahead, but I gotta make sure that I keep myself organized. And then no, where did I put Dachshund? I just had it out. Oh, here it is. All right, so Dachshund got some loving too. And so, I'm not sure how much you can see. Let me actually take Dachshund off, because I feel like we're not getting the full appreciation for Dachshund here. All right, so there's Dachshund. It's coming in nice, isn't it? And so, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now, some of you guys are worried that I am not going to have enough fabric. If you look at the fact that there's his eye, that's almost halfway on the picture, almost halfway, and then look where I'm at. So I looked ahead at the pattern, and like all of this is like this purple color. So I'm like, yay, and a lot of purple to do. But he's coming along really nicely. I added in a lot of the darker colors. So get away, Doxy. The reddish, the dark reddish, if you can tell, and just some different details all throughout. Some of the pinks, purples, and things like that. So it's really coming along. I love this look. I really do. It's really coming along. And then finally, crazy. I'm going to take it out of the hoop. Rainy Waterloo Place. Now, I decided, even though I was really close to finishing the prior page, I decided that I wanted to try and stitch as much as I could, get as many stitches done, because every stitch done is one stitch closer to finishing. And the way I could do that is if I skipped ahead to the next page. It was really close anyway. Skip ahead to the next page and take 2 or 3 colors that I know that with this right now I'm doing a lot of the same, like 3 or 4 colors all through this area. So if I just focus on those, I could get a lot done. And I did. I got a lot done in just like a day and a half of stitching. So literally, like everything you see here was done in like a day and a half. So I'm pretty happy with that, primarily because it's been sort of the bane of my cross stitch with this certain project that I that it's just been so much, as you can see, of all these colors, and this is pretty much the end of it. As we come over here, there's like some lighter colored buildings and stuff, so it's going to be like a lot of this pinkish type stuff over there. So I'm almost done with this color on this project, which I mean, I'm like, oh, thank God. But I mean, look how much dark stuff there is down here. Who knows? But anyway, so I got a ton done. I estimated, let's see, how much do I think I got done? I mean, I probably got like 600 stitches done, at least on that project. So I was happy. So primarily the goal, I mean, this week I got to come back in and fill in all this stuff, and make that cab driver stand out. Shoo! I believe that's it. That's all the stitching I did for the week. Primarily, I stitched a ton while we were gone, and then when I came back, I was a little stitched out, so I didn't do as much once I got home. We got home on Sunday, and then we had football. Yeah, and then it's just been flying by, people. Been flying by. So one of the things I wanted to mention real quick before I forget was there is a stitching shop up in Estes Park that I had not known about before. I just simply hadn't looked, to be perfectly honest with you, because I'm sure they were there. It's called the Stitching Den, or Stitching Den. And if you know Estes Park, it's closest to the library. It's really close to this place called Claire's on the Park, which is a great breakfast place. I think it's our favorite breakfast place now. And it's primarily for knitting. And I will say that it is one of the most charming shops I've ever been inside. However, whoever designed this building, basically, there are multiple sort of half floors where you walk in and then you go up like 5 steps, and then there's like a floor, and then you go up another 5 steps, and then you can go down 5 steps, and it's like a Harry Potter, it's like a Weasley house kind of thing. And tons of yarn, and I mean, just beautiful stuff everywhere. But they did have some cross-stitch stuff, which I was very happy about, because I needed a color that I had forgotten for, it was for Reaper. And I was able to get it there because they had the full selection, which I thought was amazing, considering that it seemed to be primarily a knitting shop. So I was glad for that. I also, while I was there, where is it? Picked up a pattern. I had looked at this before and had not actually ended up getting it because actually they were sold out, wherever it was that I was looking. And this was just like a week or two ago. But while I was there, I went ahead and got this because this is the Stanley Hotel, which is a big landmark up in Estes. And for those who may not know, the Stanley is the setting for Stephen King's book, The Shining. Way back when Stephen King stayed in this hotel decades ago and got the inspiration for it. Basically, they actually do like a whole haunted tour where they talk about all the different areas, and it's actually quite neat. But so anyway, so this is something that I want to stitch because this is, something that my husband and I have done a lot of, and we've never stayed there, probably won't stay there, it's quite expensive, but it's definitely something that means a lot to us, so totally need to stitch it. So I went ahead and I got that, plus the floss. I don't think I got anything else. And then we went to this puzzle store, and gosh darn it, I don't remember what the name of it was, but there's only one puzzle store in Estes Park. And we got a couple things. Aha, one was, I love these puzzles. Remember how I've gotten puzzles that I haven't put together. I need to put some together and just glue them and put them up on the wall somewhere. But I like the look of this one, Civil War. You know, I was raised in Georgia, and there was a lot of history taught with the Civil War. You know, I used to look at the Civil War as like just, you know, it was dramatic and it was just, you know, the battles and all this other stuff. And as I've grown older, it's kind of like, it's a tragic story. It's an unfortunate tragic story. It obviously absolutely needed to happen. But it's just, I look at it differently now. And mostly I look at it from a standpoint of the evolution or the transformation of America in this. But I think it's really cool looking. It's got all these different little doodads everywhere. But if it's called White Mountain Puzzles. If you ever want to, there's a, you can go online and do that, White Mountain Puzzles. And, but anyway, I actually never went to the site before. I was reading it off the back. But anyway, so I got that, and we saw this sign, and we had to get this sign because, I mean, come on, we had to get this sign. And so, okay, what does this say? Without my pets, my wallet would be full, my house would be clean, but my heart would be empty. Yep. You could also say that about kids. And so, kids or pets, you can interact them. And the cool thing about this, because this is kind of like it's etched, but it's etched in a way that you can actually color the letters. So that's definitely something that I think we're going to do to kind of spice it up, make it look better. And maybe what we'll do is we'll give the different pod animals their own color and their own spot on the board. I think that would be kind of cool. So anyway, so we got that. So I was pretty happy. Now, the thing that I need to tell you guys before I forget is that one of you guys totally gave me the greatest, well, not the greatest, okay, it was really good. Greatest idea. It's really good. The greatest idea was gridding. No, the greatest idea was starting cross stitch, I think. But anyway, it was a really good idea. And that's basically every week, you know, I'm always trying to do as many projects as I can. And right now, basically, I cannot stitch on everything in 1 week. And if I did try to, I'd get so little done that progress would be infinitely infinitely slow. Ugh. So what this person suggested is that every week I take one project and make that my featured project. I still stitch in other things, but I always come back to the featured project and just try to push it, kind of like I did with Rainy Waterloo Place this past week. So I think what I'll do is I'll pick a project that I want to focus on for the week. This week it might be Old World Map 2. And that's what I'll start stitching on. And I'll stitch on that for as long as I feel like I can. Then I'll move to other things. And then if I'm able to, hopefully, come back to that project throughout the next week so that there's more there's more progress done on one piece versus, multiple ones. So I think it's a great idea. I think it's really, really cool. But anyway, so how you doing? Tired. I don't even know what time it is. Who knows? I might be late for work. I know I'm not late for work. It's okay. But anyway, so I think that's pretty much it. So this week, basically, I don't know for sure if I'm going to start anything yet, but I do definitely need to figure out like which project goes with which fabric and figure that out soon. And then organize this table, which behind me is a complete piles of messes. So, but anyway. Got some more stuff done on the blog. Hope you guys enjoy it. Still going through a bit of a redo, bit of an upgrade. Trying to kind of figure out, it's an evolution, obviously, or is that what I want to say? An evolution? It just takes a while to get everything kind of the way that it's going to be eventually. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. Ask all your questions down below, comments, things like that. We'll talk about them all in the next interlude video. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm about ready to start yawning. I gotta wake up so I can't go to work. So I'll talk to you guys really soon, and keep stitching, and